everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are on part 4, believe it or not, of trying to complete this page in The Wizard of Oz by Fabiana Attanasio. And I've done Mr. Scarecrow's other sleeve. I'll hold it here so that the glare goes away. And this is what we're looking like. I did go over again with the Posca with the white dots so that the pink didn't come through, or that the white didn't get tainted by the pink. I don't know, however I'm trying to say it. I went over it again, and I did go ahead and do this leaf here because I sat and I had to figure out what I wanted to do because I didn't want to straight color it, and I figured out something to do for it, and I'll show you on this one. I'll demonstrate. So I will zoom you in a little bit more. So the last part, my glasses were in the way because, like I told y'all, I need to get up on my picture to see, and sometimes my head is in the frame, and I apologize for that if it's distracting or something. Truly sorry. I'm just laughing because I feel old when I'm like, I gotta get super close to something. But oddly, I think old people always like hold stuff out further so they can see. And I'm like, no, I need it up in my face because I'm nearsighted. Anyway, I did this. I just laugh at myself sometimes. Oh my gosh, the things I say. Super tips. And I used a light green, a dark green, and a yellow for this right here on this side, and that's what we will do here. But I'm going to do it a bit differently because I had a trial and error learning moment. I did the yellow after I had already dotted all the green and the smeared, so I think I'm going to do the yellow first, then do the green dots. So we're just going to take the yellow, and I'm not even coloring the whole leaf. I'm just making like a little swipe motion to cover most of the leaf in the yellow. So I'm going to do that. And then I will take the light green and I will dab. Oh, I missed the yellow leaf. Hold on. Hold the phone. Alright, so let's do the yellow leaf right there. And then dab little dots. So I like to do a cluster. And then I like to just stipple it out to the point where it's a little bit going out, if that makes sense. So we will continue to do that. So if you're following along and you don't have super tips, you can color your leaf the way you want to color it, or if you want to try this effect, it's pretty fun. I'm really into this lately. I've been doing this a lot on pictures for some reason. I'm in this phase where I'm like, I'm going to use super tips and dot stuff up because I think it adds texture in a way. So I think it looks pretty cool. And also the lazy part of me is like, yes, because it's providing me with the solution to these leaves and other things that, you know, I think I can make it look cool. So I'm going to take my dark green. Only my dark green ran into a bit of a problem where I knocked off the very pointy tip of it, so now it's kind of blunt. I do not know how I did that other than me putting the marker cap back on the wrong way and forcefully, and I broke it, I think, because it has a wider top at the bottom where it's supposed to go. And I actually broke a super tip putting it in the wrong side. The first set I had was the 25 set, I think. And yeah, I broke one of my super tips doing that. And I'm like, how the hell did I even do that? Not paying attention, most likely. So we're just continuing with dabbing. Dabbing. I would love to try the stipple effect, and that's when you basically do a whole picture dabbing dots on everything. But you'll do it to the point where everything looks full of color. I want to do a picture in there so bad, and I really think I'm going to try it here soon because it looks really cool. Okay, so that's how they will look pretty much. Okay, so I'm not happy with some of the yellow over here. Let me take my light green. Wait, this is the wrong one. Dark green. I mean light green. Oh my gosh, I had dark green in my hand and I was reaching for light green. Anyway, I'm not happy with the amount of yellow showing, so I'm just going to go back and knock some of that out. So I will do that. I think, yeah, I like that a bit better. Yeah, I'm happier with that. And I want to trace this leaf line so that it's not black. So let me just do that. How can I get in this part here? Let's see. There we go. And I'll just trace that. But I'm going to like do some grass down here anyway, so I don't even think that mattered. But for my sanity for right now, it matters. Okay, so next we are going to work on Mr. Scarecrow's shoe, because I did this to myself, and I drew the shadow from this leaf like a drop shadow. I went ahead and did that. I think that's the correct terminology. I'm not even entirely sure. I am no artist by any means. I don't really know the correct terminology, but I'm going to call it a drop shadow, because I think when it's not straight against the leaf, it's dropped down a bit. It's a drop shadow, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll Google it after this and let y'all know. Anyway, we're going to work on his boot, and mostly I have the rattlesnake. No, I have the cobras. And we are going to use the color dark chocolate in the scorpions. Sorry, I had to pause the video, y'all. I had this super big yawn that I had to get out. So dark chocolate in the scorpions. We're going to use rattlesnake in the cobras, and we're going to use mustard in the cobras. So mustard is our lightest color, and we will start with mustard. And we are going to go ahead and base his boot. I hope that, you know, it's not super dark. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see a little bit more. And focus. And there we go. Okay, so we're going to do mustard. And we're going to put a light layer of mustard down. As I was coloring his shoe, I was looking, I was like, what the heck is this? A leaf? I forgot. And that's the tip of his shoe. So I'm glad I noticed that, because I have pictures where I've completely missed a whole item, where I didn't color a whole leaf, or in that Alice in Wonderland book, I did not color the baby's hand. I'm like, how did I leave this out? And I think, like, when you take a once or twice over on your picture, how do you still miss stuff? I don't know. I still do sometimes. It's so funny. I think I'm done, but I'm really not. Anyone else do that? It's so funny. I'm like, what was I smoking? I don't know. Anyway. Alright. So that's mustard. Next I have the dark chocolate in the scorpion set. And I'm going to kind of follow how Fabiana has shaded his boot. Like at the top. She's pretty much done it for us. But I'm going to add to it a bit. And do the dark chocolate at the top, and then on the back of his boot here. For some reason, when I just said boot, I thought of Bootstrap Bill from Pirates of the Caribbean. Bootstrap Bill? That's a funny name, Bootstrap Bill. What in the world? Anyway. I never saw the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I don't think I saw the next to the last. The last two, I don't think I've seen, but Pirates of the Caribbean, the second movie, is it Dead Man's Chest? Is that the second one? I can't remember. Anyway, that's my favorite one. I know that movie line for line is so sad. I'm like, don't watch that with me, because I'll sit and say like all the lines. And I don't like At World's End. That was not one that I cared for very much. And so funny, though, I do like the first Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's not my favorite. Number 2 is my favorite. I don't know why. But yeah, I think I kind of just got fatigued with that franchise by the third movie. I think that's why I didn't care for it. And by the time the fourth one, I was like, why are they even doing that? But I guess it's still popular. People still like it. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing my, I don't know if y'all can see, hopefully, the dark chocolate. But I don't think y'all come to see my coloring anyway. You come to hear me talk my head off. But, you know, in case you want to try some of these coloring these color combinations. There we go. There, I hope I'm providing you some that you may not have used before or whatnot, because at least there will be that you get out of it. So I'm just making sure that I'm darkening the areas that I want to make dark. And I feel like I might need some black, but I'm going to try to abstain from using black, but I'm not getting as dark as I would like for this part of the shoe over here. I'm going to have to hold it up to my face, y'all, and make sure that it's as dark as I want it to be, because I'm kind of far away from the picture. And I can't really gauge if it's dark enough the way I would like. So I'm going to have to do that in a moment. If you're like, what are you talking about? Alright. And so, let me see. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then let me take rattlesnake, which is our second to last darkest color. And I will go ahead and add this color in. I really love this color. Rattlesnake is so pretty. I should try to do a skin tone with this. Might be fun. I really need to learn to do an olive skin tone because I want to color Oberyn in my Game of Thrones book, and I think he has an olive skin tone, in my opinion, although I still don't understand olive skin tone in general in life. When people are like, oh, they have an olive skin tone, I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? You do not look green. But I think they mean you have like dark features, like green undertones, and I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, if you tell me somebody's olive, I'm like, what? Like, I don't know how to do my skin tone. I do not know where to start to try to do my skin tone. I wish I knew, because in my mind, I'm like, I look orange. I'm very orange and yellow, and so I don't know, like, I don't want to make me orange and yellow. I mean, I know I'm brown too, but I don't know, like, how to put that together enough to make a daggone skin combo for myself. Okay, so for his shoe, I'm just going to take rattlesnake, and we're going to do the under part, like so. And then I'll take dark choco latte and do the bottom. Like so. And then we will take mustard, and we will use mustard to go over everything for the last layer. So yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this picture. I don't know how fun it is for you, but I'm happy to be getting this done because it's been in the back of my mind for quite a while since I started it, and I'm like, yeah, I really need to get to it because I like this picture, and I finally feel in the mood for it. So alrighty, Roo. So I think we are donezo with his boot, but I'm going to use these same colors on his hand glove straw burlap things. And I'm going to use it on his face, but his nose will be darker. So what we will do is take mustard again, and we're going to go ahead and do his little burlap. I'm not worried about his fingers. I think, well, I really don't know what color to do his fingers because I know what color I want to do the lion's mane, and I feel like his fingers are going to get lost once I start swiping these hairs for the mane. So I don't know. We might have to make them dark, I think, like really dark. We shall see. So I'm just going to go ahead and do mustard all about where I want the mustard, and I don't care about coloring over his eyes because I'm going to fix those with Poscas anyway. And I think I want him to have big black button eyes. because that'll be fun. So we're just going to put down the mustard. And take dark chocolate again. And go ahead and make our darkest shadows and whatnot. So I really want it dark against his body. And bring the color out. And same for this glove that's in the complete corner over here. I say glove, I mean his hand. Whatever this is, I don't know. I don't know, I just color it. Okay. And then we will take a rattlesnake. I just love this color. It reminds me of a nail polish that I have that I really love, that I bought a couple months back, and I fell in love with that color, and I really need to buy another one before I can't get it anymore, because that color is gorgeous. It's Essie. It's called Rocky Rose. It's a beautiful, like, dark pumpkin-y orange, and I usually don't like orange on me because I'm already orange enough with my skin tone. Speaking of skin tones, yeah, I don't wear orange polish too much, but that color is so beautiful. And it really looks nice on me. Okay, so I'm taking dark chocolate, if I did not mention. And I'm just making it dark against his neck, I guess this would be his neck. And I hope to get a good amount done, mostly him. I just want him done, at least to accomplish him being finished in this video, because I feel like I'm taking so long to make progress. Not that I'm rushing myself or anything, but I mean, like, I don't want this to be a million parts. Personally, I don't want it to be a million parts. Y'all may not mind, but I think, I don't know, let me know, like, does it matter how many parts something is? Please let me know in the comments. I really need input on that, because I think it's boring and dull and vapid to have a million parts to something, and I don't know how y'all feel about it, and I would love to pick your brains to know if you care or not. So this is the mustard color. And we're just going to go ahead and go over everything again for his neck. And then his neck will be done. And his gloves will be done. Let me go around this a bit more. I don't know if I did that. Okay. So let me hold it up so the glare can go away. So that's what it's pretty much looking like. And so now we'll do his head. And this is the dark chocolate. I actually don't like dark chocolate. I think it's disgusting. And I know some people really love dark chocolate. Like my mom, she loves dark chocolate. I cannot stand dark chocolate. It makes me want to, like, just, The only time I really can't enjoy dark chocolate, I think, was when we had some dark chocolate hot cocoa. And the only reason I think I drank it is because I wanted hot cocoa. I was really in the mood, and that was the only one that we had in the house. And I don't, yeah, enjoy is a strong word. I don't want to use that word. I don't think I enjoyed it, but I drank it. And I think I had some dark chocolate, like just the candy, like just to eat the chocolate. Don't like that. And I know in the stores they sell like 80%, 90% dark. And I'm just like, how do people eat that? Like, I know there are dark chocolate lovers. And I know my mom's always like, it's healthier for you, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about it being healthy for me. I care about taste when it comes to chocolate. And that is a taste I do not like. I do not care for it at all. But I love chocolate. Like, I'm a chocolate lover. And I've run into people who legitimately do not like chocolate. They're not allergic to it or anything. They just don't like it. And I don't care if I offend anyone, but if you do not like chocolate, I don't trust you. That's just my personal opinion. Like, if you're like, oh, I hate chocolate, watch out for her. Watch out for him. Chocolate is, I just feel so happy when I eat chocolate. And I'm just like, how can you not like it? My coworker from one of my jobs that I had a couple years back could not stand chocolate, and I was like, and I loved her as a friend, but I was like, man, I don't trust you. You don't like chocolate. I don't know. But yeah, my mom's always like, it's better for you. I'm like, yeah, I don't care about that. Everything gives you cancer these days, and everything kills you and makes you have health problems. So I mean, whatever. If I'm gonna have health problems from eating chocolate, I don't care, because I love it so much. It's delicious. But I just saw an advertisement for these new Cheetos popcorn that they're coming out with, I think in February. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna buy that and taste it. They have the flaming hot ones, and then they're gonna have the regular Cheetos flavor popcorn. And I'm like, I'm all about that. And you don't microwave it. It's of course gonna already be pre-sold, like in the bag. And Frances is always telling me how Cheetos cause cancer or something. And then, like, in her country, they don't sell, well, they don't have certain ingredients in food. And we still have it here in America because, you know, we just do, unfortunately. And I'm just like, man, like, I really like Cheetos, though. I love chips. Chips and chocolate are my favorite junk food. Like, I don't think I would be able to make it if I didn't have that kind of junk food in my life. Like, if I had to go on a really serious diet, I would be super depressed to the point I feel like I wouldn't want to continue on with life. Because that's like my favorite snack foods. And I'm just like, oh man. But anyway, yeah, they're coming out with this new popcorn. And it looks really good. And they have MC Hammer doing the commercial. And it's so funny because he's in all his little MC Hammer clothes from back in the day. And I'm like, dang, he must need some money. He did go bankrupt. If you didn't know. If you don't know who MC Hammer is, I don't know. He sung Can't Touch This. If you heard it referenced in movies and stuff. If you don't listen to that kind of music. But yeah. But the Flamin' Hot, I probably would not eat because I've had the Flamin' Hot stuff. Like, they make Funyuns and all that stuff in the Flamin' Hot, but it's not good for you. That I agree because, you know, spicy stuff, too much of it. Even though they tell you it helps you lose weight because it burns calories. I like spicy stuff, but I don't like too spicy stuff. This is rattlesnake. And that Flamin' Hot stuff, I remember like a couple of years ago, they had an expose on the news about the Flamin' Hot Cheetos sending a lot of kids to the emergency room because, I mean, you know, kids like snack foods and kids like Cheetos. And it's really popular. And it was a lot of kids were in the emergency room because they had stomach aches really bad because of the Flamin' Hot ingredients, I guess, in the Cheetos. If you consume it a lot, it's bad for you. And I was just like, dang, you gotta be putting down some Cheetos for real to be at the emergency room with a stomach ache because you ate them a lot. I can't eat them like that. Like, I don't know, some people really can eat like the whole big bag of them, and I'm like, dog, like, how? How is your stomach not burning in your mouth? And it's like so much salt just in those type of things with the Flamin' Hot. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. Alright, if y'all love Cheetos, let me know. What's your favorite snack food? I'm curious. I love to know. My mom likes ice cream. She's a big ice cream person, even in the wintertime. Because I know some people don't eat ice cream in the winter, but I think ice cream is more popular in the winter, if I'm honest. I feel like ice cream is always sold out in the wintertime more than it is in the summertime. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? That is so odd. Okay, so this is dark chocolate. And what I'm going to do is go under his nose and add shadow because I told y'all I don't make resolutions or whatever for my coloring goals, but in the back of my mind I'm always thinking about how I can incorporate more shadows in my coloring because I feel like it helps it look a bit more realistic, and I just want to be cognizant of where shadows would be. And so I'm going to put a shadow under his little nose here. His oblong shaped nose. It kind of reminds me of a cucumber. Or something. I don't know. But I did that, and then there you go. You can see it. And we're going to take our mustard and go ahead and color over everything so we can get that nice blend going. And I'm pretty happy with this color combination. I really like it. And in my head, I keep thinking about how this would probably make something look really good if you're doing clothes and you could do leather. Although I do think I wrote down the color combination for leather that I've done before, because I think I did something leather before. Probably in the look, because the look is a clothing book for the most part, a fashion book. And that's probably where I colored leather at. And I need to get back to that book because I really do like it, but it's so many other books that call my attention. It's just so many pages, so little time, I feel like. Or in my case, the motivation as well, because I gotta feel motivated to color a certain page. But it's so many pictures that I have in my head that I'm like, I've already colored them. But I have to get around to actually doing so. And it's like I want to start all of them at one time, and I can't. Because I would just get confused and overwhelmed. So I just, got to go one picture at a time. 2 pictures at a time. That's the most I juggle at one time. How many pictures do you have going at one time? I would love to know that too. I think 2 is the most that I've had. 2 whips at the same time. Like I'll work on one and then put it down and then do something else. Especially if it's like a really detailed page. Yeah, I definitely need something else going. Unless I'm dead set on trying to complete that detailed page and I don't want distractions. And then I'm like, no, I must do it and finish it. But I don't want to like force myself because, that's no fun. I can't stand to do that. Because then that's when stuff is ugly to me and I can't do anything right when I'm forcing myself to do it. That's why I'm like, if I'm not in the mood for a picture, I definitely will not color it, because when I'm just not feeling it, I screw up a lot. And nothing seems to come out right when I'm working on it. So I'm like, nope, relax, relate, release. Let it sit there and go back to it. It'll be there. So I'm just making sure I'm blending everything nicely for Mr. Scarecrow. Now lean it up so y'all can see. So that's what his face is looking like. And I like that. I think he looks not scary, but he looks good. Okay, so his hat, I'm really debating on whether I want to make it the same color as his head or not. And I do not think I want to make it the same color as his head. What I want to do is, what I just noticed, which is so adorable. Look at this piece of wheat in his hair. I did not notice that until seriously just now. That is so cute. Oh, he has little wheat in his hair. That's a cute detail. So what I'm thinking is I want to make his hair like a reddish color, like a burgundy-ish color, like Raggedy Ann. So I'm going to go ahead and look and see which colors I can do. And I am thinking I don't want it like really red, but I don't want it like too dark. And what do the skin tones have? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use a skin tone. I think I'm going to go with, in my head, I keep looking at like brown bug and burgundy. I think I'm going to go with burgundy and blood red in the scorpions So let me get burgundy and blood red in the scorpions. Hold on, y'all. Let me get those. Blood red. That's brown bug. Is this burgundy? Nope, that's purple. Is this burgundy? Ha! This is burgundy. Okay. So let me find my pencil sharpener. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go with them. And that'll be what I want to achieve, hopefully. Let me, I'm trying to turn my pencil sharpener a different way, because I'm thinking that the pressure that I'm applying to sharpen sometimes helps to weaken the point. Because I usually sharpen it down so it can go in the cup, but I'm thinking I might need to start doing it like to the side or something, so that I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the pencil to where I feel like I'm putting strain on the point. If that makes any sense, I don't know. I would like to get an electric sharpener. I don't know which one to get, because I want it to work well with all of my pencils, where they all can get sharpened and not weaken the points. And then it's also a thing about I don't want to whittle down my pencil so much with the electric sharpener, but you know, I think for my wrist's sake, one of these days I'm going to need to do that, even though my wrist doesn't hurt, but I don't want it to start hurting. But anyway, I'm going to use the scorpion pencils, and I'm going to use blood red as the darkest color and burgundy as the blood red as the lightest color, burgundy as the darkest color. So I'm going to go in with blood red first and color all of his hair lightly. I'm going to leave that piece of wheat. I think that's so adorable. I didn't even notice that. I'm going to color that piece of wheat probably with a marker or something. So we're going to go ahead and color the hair in. His hair could be wheat. You could make it all wheat if that's what you want to do. But in my head, I just see him having like cute little reddish, burgundy-ish hair. So we're going to go with that. Also, I think orange probably will look cool too. But because that's not a part of my color palette for this page, I'm not going to get too off the wall. This red burgundy will match our watermelon leaves so that everything could look cohesive. So that's probably also why I chose it subconsciously. Because I really don't pick out color palettes. I know some people do that, and that's amazing. But I don't really have color palettes in my mind, because I know I get asked about my color choices and stuff too. And basically, like how y'all see me sit here and color, I just go with the flow. Like, I think I've said it before, but I just choose something on the picture that I feel like I want to color first. And I just color that thing first, and then I work the rest of my picture around that color. So this is burgundy. So I guess a good example type of olive green. So I chose like a green, dark green, and then I just chose my colors from there. So we're going to take the burgundy and we're going to make it dark at the root and dark at the tip. And where he's going to have that little, you know, light spot in the middle for the lightest color. Let me zoom in so you can see better. So yeah, we're going to do dark at the root, dark at the tip, and then we'll go over it again for it to be lighter in the middle. And that's pretty much what I want to do for his hairstyle here. And we're just going to continue that throughout. I've actually seen someone have locks and their hair is actually this color. Because a lot of people color their locks now. Like I see blue and green seem to be popular a lot. What other colors? Red always, because Rihanna. Rihanna started that Rihanna red. That's literally what, you know, everyone calls it, Rihanna red. And I remember I wanted red hair so bad when I was like 14. No, how old was I? I don't know. I know I wanted red hair for a long time. And I remember my sister and I went and bought like a little cheap dye kit at one point. And like dyed my hair, the tips of my hair. Or we tried to dye it throughout my hair, I think. But it was like a little cheap box of dye. So, you know, it didn't have bleach or anything in it. And my hair is dark brown, most of it, and then I have some light brown spots, but mostly it's dark brown. It did not take, and to my mother's, what I want to say, not her amusement, to my mother's pleasure, it did not take, because, you know, she didn't want me to dye my hair, and she was upset that we had done it. And I was like, well, you know, I'm at this age where I want to be, you know, have self-expression and feel like I'm being an individual, although other millions of people have their hair red. I want to feel like an individual. So, yeah, I wanted red. And it did not turn out right, so. But now I dye my hair all the time. Professionally, I don't do it myself. I go to the salon. And I've been working on this hair color that I have now, which is like Storm. Is white. Like, I'm trying to get a white like Storm, but because my hair is so dark, it just takes so much for it to turn, and I don't have the patience to sit there all day, and so I just, you know, take what I can get. But it's to a color that I like, to a nice, like, almost platinum blonde that I like. So, you know, that was my goal. Lord knows it went through a couple of changes before I can get it this color, because it was a honey blonde, and then it was like a little bit lighter blonde, and now, you know, I think I found a happy medium to where I'm like, okay, this is acceptable. So we're going to take blood red now, and we are going to like lightly go in here over the burgundy. I'm going to leave it light like that, and then I'm going to use my Prismacolor white to kind of smear it a bit. So we're going to cheat a little bit and use some Prismas a little bit. But I've always hated my natural hair color. I can't stand it. I call it like a dusty brown. That's what I call it with the natural color. And my cousin has the same color hair. And we're like the only two oddballs in the family with this gross color. And I hate it. And when I finally was like, all right, made up my mind, I'm going to dye it for real and keep it dyed, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that, because I can't stand it naturally. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then, where is my white Prismacolor? It's in a pencil extender, so you would think I would easily identify it. Oh, here it is. I bought some new pencil extenders from Amazon because the ones I had sucked. And these hold your pencils so tight. I love these. It was a 5-pack. It's 5 different colors. And you screw this off, this metal part, and then this part actually holds the pencil. But this holds your pencil so securely. It's so snug. It's crazy. And because mine was so loosey-goosey. So, like, look at this. It's not going anywhere, and I'm really pulling on it. It's amazing. I was just like, yes, because the one I had, like I said, it was so loosey-goosey. My pencil, as soon as I would turn my pencil over like this, it would fall out. And I was like, yeah, I hate these. And it's so funny because I bought them on Amazon, like, for $3. And I knew I should have spent a little bit more money and stopped being cheap. But I wanted to just try them to see if I liked them. And, yeah, I did not. So these were, like, $6 or $7 for a 5-pack, and these are just amazing, and they come in cute little colors, so I'm super happy about it. But I was hesitant because I thought this part is where I hold the pencil at, and I thought it would like be very uncomfortable in my hands, and it's actually not. It's smooth. So yeah, I thought it was gonna hurt my hand, but I'm really happy with them. So I'm just going over his little hair with the white. Nothing, you know, crazily difficult. And just adding that little extra something in there that it doesn't look so dull. And it lightens it up. So if you can see, that's what it's looking like. And I'm going to, I think I should make his hat a darker color than that. I'm going to zoom out a bit. So we're going to get this scarecrow done in this video. I'm at 39 minutes though. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this part on his body. And I'm going to take the light green and dark green that I used for the leaves down there. And I'm just going to do some dot effect there. Because Fabiana kind of already did it. And I'm just going to continue her way of doing this. So we're just going to dot up his little chest. His little chest area. I can't believe I'm at 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, I color like a snail on holiday. Basically meaning extra slow. Okay, and so we're going to take the dark green and we're just going to do the dot effect. Trying to make it like not have that much white. Okay, I think that looks cool. It does look textured. I think that looks really cool. So I'm gonna have to cut it here, y'all. I really wanted to do his nose and his hat, but I don't have enough time. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna have to leave it here. And if you're coloring along, we are making progress. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.